Every choice matters. Small decisions lead to new paths. We find ourselves not at the summit of our journey, but at a perpetual crossroads. The path of life, as it unfolds before us, is not a grand, singular decision, but a continuous and branching network of countless small choices. Each seemingly insignificant selection, each momentary inclination, each subtle determination, acts as a subtle yet powerful force, shaping the trajectory of our existence and ultimately defining the individuals we become. We are not defined by the monumental decisions alone, the grand gestures or dramatic turning points, but by the accumulation of these weixiao choices, the everyday selections that often pass unnoticed, the quiet decisions that incrementally sculpt our character and mold our destiny. This perspective demands a shift in our perception, a move away from the tendency to fixate on the extraordinary and towards a deeper appreciation for the ordinary, recognizing that it is in the consistent navigation of these seemingly mundane moments that our lives are truly crafted. Consider the vastness of a mighty river. Does it owe its strength and course to a single, dramatic downpour? Number it as the confluence of countless tiny rivulets, each a small and seemingly inconsequential stream that carves the path and builds the unstoppable force. These rivulets, often originating from hidden springs or trickling down unseen slopes, may appear negligible on their own. Yet, as they converge and intertwine, their collective power grows exponentially, shaping the landscape, nourishing life, and ultimately flowing into the boundless ocean. So too is our life. It is the aggregation of minute choices, the unnoticed selections we make daily, that converge to shape our character, define our direction, and determine our ultimate destination. Just as the river's course can be altered by the smallest shift in terrain, so too can our lives be redirected by the subtle choices we make in each passing moment. These small choices, they are the architects of our lives, the subtle craftsmen that shape our destinies. They are the unseen forces that mold our habits, the quiet influences that shape our character, the building blocks upon which we construct our futures. They may appear insignificant in isolation, easily dismissed or overlooked, but their cumulative power is immense, capable of diverting us from our intended course, leading us towards unforeseen horizons, and ultimately transforming us into beings we never imagined we could be. This is the subtle art of self-authorship, the understanding that we are not merely passive recipients of fate, but active participants in the unfolding narrative of our lives. Reflect on your day. Consider the myriad of small choices that have already transpired, the countless decisions that have already set today's path in motion. The moment you awoke, did you choose to embrace the day with gratitude and purpose? Or did you succumb to the allure of procrastination and apathy? Did you choose to nourish your body with wholesome sustenance? Or did you opt for the fleeting gratification of sugary indulgence? Did you choose to engage in meaningful conversation? Or did you retreat into the isolating embrace of digital distraction? These seemingly trivial selections, these momentary inclinations, have already begun to shape the course of your day, influencing your mood, your energy, your interactions, and your overall well-being. Consider the compounding effect of these choices. A rushed, sugary breakfast might lead to an energy crash, making you less productive and more irritable, which in turn affects your interactions with colleagues or loved ones. And so it continues, moment by moment. choice by choice. Each decision, no matter how small, sends ripples through the fabric of your existence, influencing the subsequent choices you make, and creating a chain reaction that extends far beyond the immediate moment. A single act of kindness, a genuine smile offered to a stranger, a moment of patience extended to a frustrated colleague, can blossom into a cascade of compassion, transforming relationships and fostering a spirit of generosity. This ripple effect extends outwards, touching not only the recipient of the kindness, but also those who witness it, inspiring them to act with similar compassion. Conversely, a single moment of procrastination, a delayed task, an ignored responsibility, can trigger a domino effect of missed deadlines and mounting stress, hindering progress and undermining confidence. This seemingly small act can lead to a sense of overwhelm, making it more difficult to focus and increasing the likelihood of further procrastination, creating a vicious cycle. A single choice to learn something new, to pick up a book, to attend a lecture, to engage in a challenging conversation, can open doors to unforeseen opportunities, expanding your horizons and enriching your life in ways you never thought possible. This pursuit of knowledge can lead to new connections, new perspectives, and a greater understanding of yourself and the world around you. Will you seize the power of these small choices? Will you recognize their profound significance and wield them with intention and wisdom? Do you feel the weight of these countless decisions, the constant stream of selections that demand your attention, the subtle yet persistent pressure to choose one path over another? Do you sense the interconnectedness of these choices, the way each one influences the next, creating a web of consequences that shapes your experience of the world? This awareness can be both daunting and empowering. It can feel like a heavy burden to know that so much rests on these seemingly small acts of selection. But it also offers a profound sense of agency, the understanding that you are not a passive bystander in your own life, but an active creator of your own reality. If you do, then you are poised at the precipice of transformation. For here, in this moment of heightened awareness, where we acknowledge the power of our agency and embrace the responsibility for our selections, we do not succumb to the illusion of insignificance. We recognize that every choice, no matter how small, holds the potential to alter our course, to shape our character, and to ultimately define our destiny. We embrace the understanding that we are the architects of our lives, the authors of our own stories, and the masters of our own fates. This is the essence of self-determination, the understanding that while external circumstances may influence us, they do not dictate who we become. Our choices, made in the face of these circumstances, are what truly define us. This is not a burden to be feared, but a power to be embraced. It is not a source of anxiety, but a call to action. It is an invitation to live with intention, to make conscious choices that align with our values, and to steer our lives towards a future of purpose, fulfillment, and unwavering integrity. We will not be swayed by the illusion of triviality, the deceptive notion that small choices do not matter. We will rise to the challenge of conscious living, recognizing that every decision, no matter how small, is a brushstroke on the canvas of our lives, contributing to the masterpiece we are constantly creating. This is the path of the self-aware warrior, the individual who understands the power of their choices and wields them with wisdom and courage, shaping their life with intention and purpose. anatomy of a choice. Discerning the path. The first step in this journey is the cultivation of awareness. You must develop a keen sense of mindfulness, an acute attentiveness to the present moment, and a heightened recognition of the choices that lie before you. Become conscious of the subtle inclinations that guide your actions, the fleeting impulses that sway your decisions, and the underlying motivations that shape your selections. This will require a deliberate slowing down, a conscious effort to resist the automaticity of habit and routine, and a commitment to examining the factors that influence your choices. This is the practice of conscious living, the art of being present and engaged in each moment, fully aware of the power you hold to shape your own experience. The pause of reflection. In the midst of the whirlwind of daily life, where decisions often unfold in a rapid and almost unconscious manner, cultivate the practice of pausing. Before reacting, before speaking, before acting, take a moment to reflect. Breathe deeply, center yourself, and create a space for conscious consideration. This pause, however brief, can be a powerful tool, allowing you to step back from the immediacy of the situation, to disengage from the automaticity of your habitual responses, and to access a deeper level of awareness. It is in this space of stillness that you can discern the subtle nuances of the choices before you, weigh the potential consequences of your actions, and align your selections with your core values. This pause is not a sign of weakness or indecision, but a demonstration of strength and self-control. It is a moment of clarity in the midst of chaos, a chance to gather your thoughts and make a choice that is both thoughtful and deliberate. The inquiry of intention. With each choice, no matter how small, ask yourself, what is my intention? What is the driving force behind this decision? Am I acting in alignment with my values? Or am I being swayed by external pressures, fleeting impulses, or unconscious biases? Am I choosing with purpose? Or am I simply reacting to circumstances? This inquiry of intention transforms a passive act into a conscious and deliberate selection. It elevates you from a mere reactor to a proactive agent, empowering you to take ownership of your choices and align your actions with your authentic desires. This process of questioning your intentions allows you to uncover hidden motivations, to challenge assumptions, and to ensure that your choices are a true reflection of your inner self. The consideration of consequences. Every choice, no matter how small, carries with it a ripple of consequences, extending beyond the immediate moment and influencing the unfolding of future events. Before making a decision, take a moment to consider these potential consequences, both immediate and long-term, both personal and interpersonal. How will this choice affect you? How will it affect others? What are the potential ramifications, both intended and unintended? This consideration of consequences is not an exercise in fear or paralysis, but an act of responsible decision-making. It is a way of ensuring that your choices are aligned with your overall well-being and contribute to the greater good. This requires foresight, empathy, and a willingness to look beyond the immediate gratification and consider the wider impact of your actions. The spectrum of choice. Navigating the everyday crossroads. The choices we face are not always monumental or dramatic. More often than not, they are the subtle and seemingly insignificant selections that permeate our daily lives. Yet, it is precisely in these everyday crossroads that the power of small choices is most evident. For it is here that we lay the foundation for our habits, shape the contours of our character, and pave the path towards our future. These seemingly mundane decisions, repeated day in and day out, form the very fabric of our existence. The choice of attitude. Each morning, you are presented with a choice: to greet the day with optimism and gratitude, or to succumb to negativity and resentment. This seemingly simple choice sets the tone for your entire day, influencing your interactions, shaping your perceptions, and affecting your overall well-being. Choosing a positive attitude does not mean ignoring challenges or denying difficulties. Rather, it means approaching them with resilience, hope, and a proactive mindset. It means focusing on solutions rather than problems, seeking opportunities amidst obstacles, and cultivating an inner sense of peace, regardless of external circumstances. This choice of attitude is a powerful act of self-determination, a decision to take control of your emotional landscape and navigate the world with a sense of agency and purpose. The path unfolding. Embracing the journey of choice. The path of life is not a predetermined course, but a dynamic and ever-evolving journey shaped by the choices we make along the way. There is no single right path, no guaranteed formula for success or happiness. Rather, there is only the ongoing process of choosing, of learning, of growing, and of becoming the best version of ourselves, one small decision at a time. This is the essence of living a life of purpose, recognizing that the journey itself is the destination, and that the value lies not in reaching a final goal, but in the continuous process of striving, learning, and evolving. Embrace the unknown. The future is inherently uncertain. We cannot always predict the consequences of our choices, nor can we control the circumstances that unfold around us. Embrace this uncertainty, recognizing that it is an inherent part of the journey. Trust in your ability to navigate the unknown, to adapt to changing circumstances, and to learn from your experiences. This requires courage, resilience, and a willingness to step outside of your comfort zone, knowing that growth and discovery often lie beyond the familiar. Learn from your choices. Every choice, whether it leads to a desired outcome or an unexpected detour, provides an opportunity for learning. Reflect on your decisions, analyze their consequences, and extract the lessons they offer. Use this knowledge to inform your future choices, to refine your decision-making process, and to continue on your path of growth. This process of reflection is essential for self-improvement, allowing you to identify patterns, to understand your motivations, and to make more informed choices in the future. Choose courage over comfort. The path of conscious choice is not always the easiest path. It often requires courage, the willingness to step outside of your comfort zone, to challenge your assumptions, and to make decisions that align with your values, even when they are difficult or unpopular. Choose courage over comfort, knowing that it is in these moments of challenge that you grow the most. This is the path of the warrior, the individual who is willing to face adversity, to embrace discomfort, and to stand up for what they believe in, even in the face of opposition. Therefore, go forth with intention, knowing that every choice matters. Embrace the power of your agency, the responsibility of your selections, and the transformative potential of each and every decision. For it is in the accumulation of these small choices that you shape your life, define your character, and ultimately create the path that leads you to your highest potential. This is not a destination, but a lifelong journey. a continuous unfolding of possibilities, shaped by the choices you make each and every day. Let us not rest on the understanding that every choice matters. Let us venture deeper into the profound implications of this truth. For if every choice, no matter how seemingly small, shapes our lives and the world around us, then we are not merely navigating a pre-existing journey. We are actively creating it. We are, in every moment, the artists of our own destinies, and our choices are the brushstrokes that give form to the masterpiece. This perspective shifts our understanding of life from a reactive mode to a proactive one. It moves us from simply responding to the circumstances that befall us to consciously shaping the reality we inhabit. It calls upon us to embrace the awesome responsibility that comes with this power, to recognize that we are not victims of fate, but active agents in the unfolding of our lives. Think of a musical composition. The beauty and harmony of a symphony are not born from a single isolated note, but from the deliberate and artful arrangement of countless individual sounds. Each note in itself may seem insignificant, a mere vibration in the air. Yet when combined with others, according to the composer's vision, they create a tapestry of sound that can evoke profound emotions, inspire great deeds, and touch the very depths of the human soul. So too it is with our lives. Each choice we make, each action we take, each word we speak, is a note in the symphony of our existence. And it is the conscious and deliberate arrangement of these notes that determines the beauty, the harmony, and the overall quality of the music we create. But this power of conscious creation extends beyond our individual lives. Just as a single pebble dropped into a still pond creates ripples that spread outwards, touching everything in their path, our choices resonate far beyond our immediate sphere of influence. They echo through our families, our communities, and even across generations, shaping the world we leave behind. This is the profound interconnectedness of all things, the understanding that we are not isolated individuals, but integral parts of a vast and intricate web of life. Consider the ripple effect of a single act of courage. A person who stands up for what is right, even in the face of adversity, inspires others to do the same. Their courage becomes a beacon of hope, igniting a spark of bravery in those who witness their actions. This spark can then spread, like wildfire, transforming communities and challenging the status quo. Conversely, a single act of dishonesty, a small compromise of integrity, can erode trust and create a climate of suspicion. This erosion of trust can then spread, undermining relationships and weakening the very fabric of society. Therefore, the choices we make today are not merely personal matters. They are acts of creation that shape the future. They are the seeds we sow, the foundations we lay, the legacy we leave behind. And with this understanding comes a profound responsibility. The responsibility to choose wisely, to choose with intention, and to choose in a way that aligns with our highest values and aspirations. The Symphony of Life, a collective creation. As we embrace the understanding that our choices echo through time and space, we begin to see that we are not solitary creators, working in isolation. Rather, we are part of a vast and interconnected symphony of life, where each individual's choices contribute to the overall harmony or discord. This perspective calls upon us to move beyond a purely individualistic approach to life and to embrace a more collaborative and compassionate one. The power of collective choice. The world we inhabit is not simply the sum of individual actions, but the result of countless collective choices made by individuals, communities, and societies throughout history. These collective choices shape the institutions we create, the policies we enact, the values we uphold, and the future we inherit. Recognizing the power of collective choice empowers us to work together, to advocate for positive change, and to create a world that reflects our shared values and aspirations. The responsibility of interdependence. Our interconnectedness implies a profound responsibility to one another. Our choices affect not only ourselves, but also the well-being of others, both near and far. This responsibility of interdependence calls upon us to act with compassion, empathy, and a sense of global citizenship. It urges us to consider the impact of our choices on the most vulnerable among us, to work towards a more just and equitable world, and to recognize that we are all part of a shared human family. The potential for harmony. Despite the challenges and conflicts that often characterize human history, there's also an immense potential for harmony. By making conscious and intentional choices, both individually and collectively, we can create a world where peace, justice, and sustainability prevail. This requires a shift in consciousness, a move away from fear and separation, and towards love and unity. It is a vision of a world where the echoes of our choices resonate with compassion, wisdom, and a deep respect for all life. In conclusion, let us embrace the profound truth that we are not merely navigating a pre-existing path, but actively creating the journey of our lives and shaping the world around us. Let us recognize the echoes of our choices, both in the immediate and the distant future, and strive to live with intention, responsibility, and a deep awareness of our interconnectedness. For it is in this conscious creation, this deliberate and artful arrangement of our actions, that we can compose a symphony of life that is both beautiful and harmonious, a legacy that resonates with love, wisdom, and a profound respect for all beings. To the returning GrimFace warriors, you already know what this is. You felt the fire. You faced the silence. You've chosen the path most run from. And for that, we honor you. You are the lifeblood of this movement, not because you follow blindly, but because you think deeply. Not because you seek comfort, but because you chase the truth, no matter how painful it is to swallow. Every ritual, every speech, every act of discipline, you carry it with you into the battlefield of life. And that's what makes you rare, unshakable, relentless. We see you, we respect you, and we move forward with you, shoulder to shoulder. And to the new warriors just finding us, this is not your average motivational channel. This is not about hype or empty inspiration. This is about war, the war within, the war against weakness, against noise, against the false self. We don't rise for applause. We rise for purpose, for power, for the soul we buried long ago and are now ready to reclaim. So if you felt something shift today, if the silence spoke louder than the noise, if the voice inside you whispered, "This is it," then you've already been chosen. Subscribe, step into the darkness with us, and become a part of something ruthless, disciplined, and unbreakable. This is the GrimFace movement. We don't kneel. We don't beg. We become. March forward with honor. Live with discipline, and never, ever go back to sleep.